All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So we can go ahead and take a look at some upcoming stuff. We do have an indication that we probably have got a couple of EZAs on our way. Well, we know the two LR EZAs. I was a little skeptical, but these have still just been sitting here for a while, right? So I think it is pretty safe to assume that this is the 8th anniversary LR EZAs that are right here. We have an EZA TUR, which is missing, which I would say is very likely to be them, the ROF Blues. Because if we go ahead and take a look at the banner, we do have the Blues who are, those boys are just sitting there, right? And I would say, like, looking at this, to me, this is one of those, like, where there's smoke, there's fire type deals, where I look at this and I go, oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I don't know. Like, he's just sitting there, like, ready to EZA. All these other characters on the banners are not really characters who are going to be ready to EZA, right? And then there's also a possible gap here. Could be another Awakening or Super EZA. You know, I was really hopeful that with this part 2, they would actually have awakened this guy, this SSR, literally since 2016. I think it was like September of 2016 this guy came out. Something like that. And he has still never gotten his awakening. There's a lot of different stuff like do like that, right? No free-to-play LR has materialized. I would assume one is just not going to happen at this point. I feel like we're deep enough in the celebration that I'm not really thinking we're going to see one, although that is a little strange, right? So, I wanted to talk about this right here. Super EZA. Let me pull up Misaka's chart. All right, let's take a look here. So, who could we see show up? Trunks, for sure. Easily. I would probably think Goku family characters or Vegeta family characters who could be relevant to this celebration. So this Trunks and this Blue Vegeta, he's not highlighted yet, but Blue Vegeta is obviously completed at this point as well. Well, I mean, there is a couple of obvious choices, actually, into UI Goku right there. And then Evolution Blue Vegeta right there. To me, I feel like there's no reason not to do that now, right? Like, dropping the two of them as super EZAs right here, I feel like that works really well. I mean, I know we've only got one kind of in the data, though, but another Awakening. I'm not sure where the Awakening could be. I mean, I guess they could just drop a free-to-play character. Remember, the last, like, major free-to-play LR we got, the last one was Nova, right? I believe so. I mean, I'm not going to count Chi-Chi from World Tournament. Nova. Now, Nova was really good, right? Great EZA. Still very useful today. And remember, he just started as an LR. So, I mean, even if we go, oh, it could be the free-to-play LR. I mean, the last one we got didn't even have an Awakening. So, probably a Super EZA. I mean, I guess they could EZA this guy, Super EZA. This feels like that's jumping way ahead, though. The only one is this guy's a free-to-play LR, so they probably don't care about the fact that this is, like, years ahead. Do we think that they'll jump that far for full power Super Saiyan 4? Probably not, huh? It does feel like they're going potentially, like, too slow on Super EZAs, though, right? Like, where they can make the ground up in some of these celebrations is Super EZAs. And I do think that's one of the major differences. Like, the 11th anniversary, it's not quite as bad as people are doomer posting, but for sure, finally, after, like, years of every celebration, people are complaining. This one has got the most merit to it, for sure. There are many problems. I mean, here's a simple one. Why downgrade from the 44% single they allowed us to do in GDC? I mean, maybe you could say it was way too good. Well, I mean, maybe they shouldn't have given us a taste of that shit then. But, like, you know, going from the 44% single to not having the 44% single, that's a huge downgrade. That's a monster downgrade. So, like there are many problems here. I'm just looking. It's really only like Trunks or maybe like Int UI. Maybe it is going to be Int UI that they're going to do there, huh? I don't. Looking at anything with 2019 or 2020 is a fool's errand, I would say. 2018, maybe Full Power Super Saiyan 4 or Evolution Blue Vegeta right there. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. So there's that, and then obviously we can get rid of the banner. We looked at that. These tickets we're gonna look at in 2 seconds. So our definitely EZAs, the blues, the two 8th anniversary LRs, and this does lead me to believe we're gonna have some longer content, and then again potentially into UI Goku. I would say, looking at the charts, this is the most likely Super EZA. This would be a pretty big deal, though. Like, this guy Super EZAing, that has aura to it, this guy. So, I would love it. I'd love it. At the very least, I would say that the characters have, for the most part, been quite good. There's only one EZA who I really do not like, and that is the STR Super Saiyan Carnival Goku. But like, if we look at a lot of the rest of the characters, at least they've come through. It almost feels as though Dokkan for real put all of the budget into the animations of the Part 2 LRs. Amatsu is sitting there like, yeah, it's experimental and stuff like that. What he really means is, brah, we used it all for their animations. We got nothing else coming, man. Entertain yourselves. We got the revamped Red Zone is right there. You know, 100 stages, brand new stages, even though it's a redo, right? Like, come on. All right, so we got this, we got that. Now let's jump over here. So this is content that is actually not in the game. Everyone's favorite elusive word, content, right here. Now, so this, as soon as Part 2 started, these were in there. None of this was with this first Part 2 content drop. This burst mode, as Proton says right here, this is actually going to be the burst mode for the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta Dokkan event. I'm not the biggest fan of the burst mode Dokkan event stages, but, you know, whatever, not a big deal. But these 3 challenge events are yet to come. Now, I did make a quick tweet on this, but I'm not super sure. So, okay, so there's still 3 challenge events coming. One of them could be this. But here's the thing with 10th Anniversary Battle, right? Remember, they did the huge revamp to it last year, right? It was awesome. And the 10th anniversary is definitely the best anniversary by far, I think. And they were, throughout the celebration, constantly dropping stages of this, which was good. Rather than drop all, you know, however many stages it is. Like the last couple days of the anniversary, they were spreading out throughout the anniversary, so there's more stuff to do, right? That's a huge problem Dokkan has done for years. Ironically, the 8th anniversary, I would say, is the celebration that has done this the best. Where it literally was like every 3 days, boom, they're dropping something. Rather than, okay, like, we're dropping a million things, so this is what they just did, right? It's like, all right, on the 14th, we're dropping a million things, and then we'll see again on the 20th, right? I think it's foolish. Like, you know, even if it's just in the data and it's like, oh, well, we'll see it in a day or two, I do think they need to stagger stuff out. And regardless of anything, a lot of players, they do, like, Hungry Hippos, any content drops, and they just they're diving in so fucking fast to do it as fast as they possibly can. So then afterwards they could say, there's no content, right? So if Dokkan would spread it out, that would work a lot better. But I'm skeptical that we're actually going to get an 11th anniversary battle, just because, the Twitter limit, I didn't want to make it one of these, like, long-ass tweets. We already got the special equips for the 11th anniversary LRs with the special battle event. So it makes me think that this maybe wouldn't happen. Like, them upgrading it to 11th anniversary battle, I feel like they might just leave it just like this, is what they might do. So that could take this off the board. We're definitely the player's choice battle. Remember, this was leading into the 11th anniversary. We voted on the stage. That most definitely is going to be one of the 3. So, I mean, I guess there's 4 things here. Burst mode, Players Ultimate Choice Battle is certainly it. And then we have 2 other challenge events. So we'll see. I hope that's not it for the entirety of the anniversary. So, like, you know, basically, like, these 4 events, and then potentially just, like, these 3 LR, or these 3 EZAs, or 4 EZAs, right? Like, damn, dude. At 10th anniversary, man, they were spamming EZAs, man. And I still feel like where they could make up the gap is jumping into here, man. I mean, if they really wanted to go, like, all right, let's end the celebration with a grand finale, they would super EZA Trunks in UI, full power Goku, or Jiren they could do, because remember, Jiren is Realm of Gods in Dokkan. Like, in other games, he's not on, like, the godly, like key type shit, but in Dokkan he is. And then Blue Vegeta. Like, they could just, boom, 4 super EZAs. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Like, Blue Vegeta, I just did the showcase from a little while ago. Blue Vegeta kicks ass, dude. I love that Blue Vegeta super EZA. So, I think super EZAs, they do need to pick up the fucking pace. Because, like, look at this. Like, bro, like, Amatsu really is planning into, you know, 2030 at this point. Like, oh, we got to make these super EZAs last. I feel like they're too stingy with the super EZAs, right? Really, they could even super EZA Omega or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as well. Those are also characters that would hit the theme. Yeah, actually, I looked right through them. They could be there. Certainly, Dokkan missed the mark by not super EZing this character during the GDC. Like, we could definitely look back at that and say that that was really stupid of them. Because this character, like, super bosses, like, was never a thing, basically. Right? And had they given us this character, really could have helped super bosses be a thing. So, I would like to see Dokkan pick up the pace with super EZAs in these celebrations, because they could really use it to fill these teams out. I feel like that's really the biggest issue, maybe even between the 10th anniversary and the 11th anniversary right now. So let's go back to the 10th anniversary, and let's just take a look at this, right? So, all right, it starts with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So we got the part 1, and then all of this, look at this 6 EZAs before the part 2 LRs drop, right? And then we got another 4, 2 more super EZAs and these guys before we eventually get to, you know, what we're waiting for at the 8th anniversary LRs. And then, I mean, technically these 3 do count. They count Mini Vegeta as part of 10th anniversary, so that means these characters do count here too. So it's like super EZAs. What was there, 6? I guess 7 if we include Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta during the 10th anniversary. That, to me, is one of the biggest differences right there. So hopefully they can pick up with super EZAs in these celebrations. I feel like they've just gotten way too damn stingy with these. But let me know what you guys think. At the very least, hopefully this character will be very good, but I know these 2 characters are going to be legendary. So hopefully one of those challenge events is actually something. It's Carnival of Battles. No, there's no way. Could you imagine they would make people have to beat, like, you know, Festival Battles 2 in order to get all the rainbow tickets? No way, dude. That would be so grimy. Yeah, do Festival Battles 2 to get 3 fucking singles. Oh my god. That would be hilarious. Please, man. Yeah, do Festival, guys, and you get 3 singles, man. Dude, Amatsu is such a troll, he just might do it. He just might do it, dude. Oh my god, I love that guy. Alright, let me know what you guys think of the 11th anniversary, which, I mean, is borderline a disaster, but hopefully they, like, stick the landing at the end. I could see no scenario at this point where this is above 9th anniversary, 10th anniversary, last year's GDC, most of these celebrations. But, I mean, we could still end on a high note, right? So hopefully they do. So let me know what you guys think of the EZAs here. And then the Spectre, the allure of content to break our desert drought. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully these are not like imagine it's like a you know, another event like the fucking what is it called, the Gemwardery AoE event. I can never pronounce it, but imagine it's another one of those boring ass stages. This, oh my god, this is the worst content of the anniversary so far. These jobbers that just sit there and just die in 2 seconds and they go, here's your content. Please. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.